the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, we are back on it. We're in the upper patio of the South Gym, as we call it here on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Back for a winter sports season. Had one game on the JSN, but people were lucky enough to not have us on last week, and their luck has changed this week, Luke Baldwin.
Yeah, you only get that lucky one time in your life. You got us back tonight, and by the way, Nate, it's good to see you again, man. I feel like I haven't seen you forever, not just up here, but life in general.
Well, I feel like the forces have kept us apart for whatever reason.
But we, as always, our determination has brought us back together.
Whether they like it or not. So, but anyway, welcome back for a winter sports season, the 2021-22 sports season. And I was just thinking about this the other day. We opened up last season with nobody in the gym.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about. Was that last season?
That was last season. Yeah.
You're right.
There was a thing going on.
Yeah, there was, and I still hear about that thing every now and then. But I'm not gonna use that thing's word because I don't want to jinx us.
So as we get into this year, and South Hardin is a visiting team that comes in tonight under the direction of head coach Nick Eller. They are 1-0 on the year. Jesup is 1-0 as well under head coach Jordan Conrad. We'll get that right. But something maybe you can speak more on here, Luke, as Jordan's expanded his staff.
Yeah, he has. We've got Coach Roger Oberhauser on the sidelines this year, and many of you out there probably remember a number of years back, Roger and his family, his wife Angie and their three boys lived in Jesup here, and we lost them to Applington Parkersburg for a few years, and I do say lost because in my opinion, it was a tremendous loss. Great people, great athletes, great head of knowledge on Roger's shoulders. So to have him back on the sidelines for the Jayhawks is just a huge feather in our caps. I mean, he's already like all in with these kids, and it's. I mean, from a personal standpoint, Roger's a great friend, so it's just great to look down and see him down there again working with the kids. And I guarantee there's nothing he'd rather do. I mean, he lives in Parkersburg. He comes to Jesup to coach every day. He drives down to Cedar Rapids to work with Iowa Elite. You just – those guys like that are few and far between, so fortunate to have him.
Well, as we get into this season and begin to see where this team can take us. 2 games this week. We've got a doubleheader boy-girl coming up at the end of the week. But did get a chance to catch up with head coach Jordan Conrad with the Jayhawks on the Move pregame show. All right, Jayhawks on the Move pregame for girls basketball. First, not the first home game. Second home game. I missed the first home game. No one noticed, I'm sure. But anyway, head coach Jordan O'Connor, Conrad looking at South Hardin coming in.
Yep.
And they've got some games under their belt. You've got the one.
Yeah.
Let's rewind here, I guess, and talk about this team first off as you're getting in through the end of November now. As practice, you've had 3 weeks of practice or so. Talk about this team. A lot different than last year's team.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. We got 22 girls out, which is good. Numbers are good. It's year one for me. It was 12 last year. I think we got up to 15 or 16, and we're up to 22 now. So it's really good to see those numbers keep going up. A lot of competition. They're all three, all levels, freshman through senior. You see that tonight. We're getting some JV games in for once, which is nice to help to develop those younger kids. But we got some kind of the core group back of a really solid team last year. So, really happy with the way practice has gone. Had a lot of good leadership from the seniors. So they've been really patient with the underclassmen and helping them through stuff. So it's been a really good start.
Yeah, when I say it's a lot different team, it's the same team, but you're bringing in a lot more people.
Absolutely.
Right? Talk about that. How does that change your practice? With that many more people compared to what you've had the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's a little different. Getting 22 people through drills, or even being able to go to both ends, and I've really relied on a couple of my assistant coaches, Jason and Roger Oberhauser, to really help out with the younger kids. allow me to focus some more time on the older kids, which has been different. It's been the last couple of years. It's kind of been I've been able to focus on everybody, and now it just can't happen that way with the numbers, which is awesome.
Right,
yeah.
right. What do you attribute that to? There was a point not too long ago that it was just varsity games, and you had a few on the bench that you hoped to get in, and but what do you attribute that to? The development of that?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of success, but I think a lot of it is parents getting their kids involved at young ages and taking them around to these tournaments or getting them in rec programs, whatever it is, getting them interested in the game. I think that's where it all starts. So shout out to all of our rec parents for getting the kids involved at a young age. It's really paying off and having our numbers increase.
So how do you keep those kids engaged? You get to that point, you got more kids, playing time might be limited a little bit, but how do you keep them engaged? How do you keep them involved? Practices, game day, just being on the team. What's the philosophy there?
Yeah, we do as much as we can to keep everyone involved. We'll go both ends, with 22, and that means you can have 20 playing at a time, and we'll throw a couple extra in to play defense just to help things out, to keep everybody involved. You don't like a lot of standing around, so occasionally it just has to happen. When we get up and down full court, but a lot of times we like to go both ends and make sure everybody's getting reps in there to be able to help us out whenever their number's called.
So you look at that core group that you had starting, or the top 7 or what's in there. They play a lot of minutes together, or even hours together over the years. Talk about what you're seeing different from last year to this year as far as that group, how much different they're playing, better, I guess not different, but the style they're playing. Is it just the quality? We're
doing a couple of different things. We're trying to teach them a couple different things, throw a couple different things in there. I think if teams are scouting us these last couple of years, we've pretty much kept it to what we're known for, and we haven't varied from that at all. So having those kids back, it's been able to allow us to work on some new things that they already knew things coming in, a little extra time on that. But I think the group's been really good. I think there's, just a little bit, my sense so far this year is there's been a little bit more trust throughout the team. Being able, they've had a whole year of kind of just them, right? So I think there's been a lot of trust that's been built in that core group, and, they're really trying to help the younger kids that are getting minutes to, make them feel welcome and part of the rotation.
So coming up, maybe some ones that maybe weren't as always involved with minutes last year, either even, from the underclassmen, who's coming up? Who's breaking in that you're seeing some contribution come from? Or expect to see it? Yeah,
Adriana Bolden. She didn't got in a couple of games maybe last year at the varsity level. But she had a very nice game for us the first game. I think she got into double figures, 11 points for us off the bench, which was really good. Peyton, she's a sophomore. Peyton Bowes as a freshman. I think Olivia Nesbitt at some point will be able to help us out. Katie Clark did a nice job for us in her first game. Unfortunately, she's battling a hamstring tonight. We won't have her tonight, but I thought she had a really nice first game, and she only got in a few games here and there. She battled some injuries last year too, but I think she's been taking a step forward for this group too, which will be big. Okay,
so coming into tonight, South Hardin, what are you expecting to see? How do you expect your team to counter what you're going to see on the floor?
Yeah, I expect to see some pressure from them. I think they like to pressure, and they like to play a fair amount of kids. So, we've worked a lot on that. We see it in the JV game right now. They're looking to pressure everywhere, and so I expect to see that. A lot of man from them, from what I've seen on film. So we've repped a lot of that stuff. They play hard. They got a couple girls with good size that will have to battle inside, but that's nothing new for us. That's kind of the typical night for us of battling some height inside, but we'll do a good job with digging down and double teams and things like that, and we'll be good.
Coach, good luck tonight, and we're just getting started.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Jordan Conrad on our pregame show.
Back on the J-Hawks Sports Network as we close out our conversation with Jordan Conrad, and I got his name right that time.
You did. I'm proud of you.
It's not that we first met or just met, but we got it all figured out.
Well, you kind of have a history of just making up names for people. Or maybe not making them up. Just
here's the secret. You mumble, and then they don't really know what you said. So that's a little secret from a somewhat professional over here.
My mom would suggest that growing up, I was a professional at that skill then. because I'm pretty sure every response she ever got was
Well, on that note, let's go to the starting lineups with our public address announcer, Dan Fox.
For number 2, Haley Lazowski. A senior, number 4, Cassidy Winter. A senior, number 10, Riley Nelson. A freshman, number 23, Allie Schellendahl. And a sophomore, number 50, Clara Below. South Hardin's coached by Nick Eller, Angie Cook, Jennifer Stahl, and Michael Teskey. And now for our J-Hawks, a senior, number 2, Natalie O'Connor. A junior, number 5, Lady Pilcher. A senior, number 10, Alexis Larson. A senior, number 11, Amanda Toretto. And a senior, number 23, J.C. Lane. The J-Hawks are coached by Jordan Conrad, assisted by Jason Pilcher, Taylor Sickles, and Bruce Wall. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
Rendition of our national anthem from the Jesup High School Orchestra. If you're looking for them, just keep looking. You'll find them eventually. Anyway, we are set to go for tip-off just moments away here at Jesup in the South Gym. I'm Nate Claberg. That's Luke Baldwin in the upper patio of the South Gym. Anthony Baugh running everything that has a screen and buttons and all sorts of stuff with the magic suitcase, and Eric Clark flat-footed on the ground. He's got the camera ready to go.
And Anthony's running one additional screen this year as well, right? Our new scoreboard on the north end of the gym here. It's got a massive LCD monitor on the top of it, which Anthony and some students up here, I believe, put some graphics together. So I know that's just tip of the iceberg what they've done with it so far, but appreciate Anthony for all of his time and effort on that, as well as the students that were involved.
Yeah, and the sponsors that helped put that together. And here our hope is we've evolved. We'll actually have a true banner scoreboard on there as Anthony acquires that knowledge and information if people will ever call him back. So that's what it comes down to. So
waiting on some parts
or people or whatever. Anyway, we
supply chain.
No, just knowledge. Just knowledge. Knowledge chain. Anyway, South Hardin does get the ball as we kick things off or start things off. First foul of the game. Going to strike up against Treptow for Jesup.
Yeah, just kind of a ticky-tack foul. I think it was probably the right call, but not what you want to see out of your senior leader for the start.
Sheldon with that ball gets loose. Lang tries to get after it. Larson quick on the hop, trying to find a way defensively to get that ball back towards Jesup. South Hardin, Larson, actually with Nelson at point. Kicked it off to Winter. Comes right side, covered by Treptow. Overhead, top of the key to guard, Clara Below. And still looking for that first basket from either team here.
Jesup doing a real nice job of moving their feet, getting themselves into position, stopping the ball. Here's Rozanki taking the ball out for the Tigers. Rozanki, the leading scorer for South Hardin. She's one of the girls that Coach Conrad alluded to in pregame. Between her and down below in the center, those two girls definitely have some strength to them and probably can do some damage on the boards. In fact, they do some damage on the boards. They're leading scorers and leading rebounders for the team.
Yeah, Below almost 5 rebounds. Looks like she had last game. The only victory they have so far this season, a 1-point win over Iowa Falls Alden just yesterday. Actually, 10 days ago, before Thanksgiving. South Hardin with that ball, trying to bust it in there with Nelson. It's going to get taken away. Here comes Larson. Takes a right-handed dribble, slows things out. There's Pilcher. She'll bust in, but we're going to see a whistle blown and a foul against South Hardin.
Yeah, that foul's going to go against Allie Sheldall. Sheldall. Yeah, that sounds right. Sheldall. Allie Sheldall. That's the first foul for Allie and first for the Tigers.
Pilcher bucks it in the lane. Off the board, no good. Can't get it to come left a little bit. South Hardin back with the ball. Tigers come right side, then take it back up top. There's Nelson. Gets that ball tapped away by Larson, and Pilcher's on the ground looking for it.
Nice to see Treptow out there again, and I know that she's been in a game already this season, but I was able to make the Jamboree at the start of the season, and then there was a Saturday scrimmage that I came up to, and that's another story. I ended up wearing a whistle for that, but she was out of town with another commitment both those days, so it's nice to see her in basketball shoes again.
Treptow coming left-handed dribble, triple team,
nice
hand off
pass.
to Larson, draws the foul.
Beautiful no-look by Treptow. Little bounce pass dish to Larson. Larson will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Hopefully get Jesup on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Fans still on their feet waiting for that first basket to go in. 6:16 to go, first quarter. Off the front, no good. Jesup the other night, I think they were 14 of 16 from the charity stripe, if I saw that stat right.
That'll make the coaches happy.
12 of 14.
12 of
similar.
14. The only thing
Very
to make
similar.
them happier is 13 of 14 or 14 of 14, but 12 of 14 is pretty darn good.
1 point on the board, count that for Treptow. Jesup moving forward.
Rozanki wanting to get that dribble drive. Cut off by Treptow.
Winner, shot outside, no good. Gets the rebound back in her hands off of Below. And there's Nelson. Force inside up to Rozanki. And we've got, 3 or 4 attempts here before Below finally gets it to drop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a butt into Below and move her out of there. Otherwise, she's gonna have a heyday.
Larson wide open left
Got
side,
it.
hits it in.
Nothing but net. Jesup into a full court press. Almost got the steal.
Lang picks up the coverage defensively on that left side. And busted in, trying to force Rozanki.
Tiger Nation wanted a foul. They will not get one, and they will instead turn the ball over to the Jayhawks. Pilcher to take it out on in the northwest corner there.
Here comes Bolden into the game. Sophomore.
Bolden, yeah, the sophomore. Coach spoke a little about her in the pregame interview.
She had some minutes last year.
So thank you to one of our viewers tonight. I don't know if this person is from Jesup area or potentially South Hardin area, but we did get a pronunciation on Clara Balo, not Belo.
I think we all thought it probably wasn't right, but we weren't quite exactly. I don't think we would have gotten to Balo.
No, and I haven't given my annual, warning that we're not great with pronunciations up here. We don't have the nice little key that college commentators get. We just do the best we can. But thank you to, I think maybe the name is Bobby. If that's correct, I appreciate your help. And if you hear any other, hear us kill any others, please chime in and let us know.
Well, I like how you said it's annual. No, it's every night.
Game to game.
Yeah.
Certainly never intending to offend anybody.
Jesup out to a quick 10-2 right now. Just recently, it took a little while for him to get on the board. As you see, Larson hit another big three.
Larson with 6 points already with about close to 4 minutes gone in the first period here.
Inside the paint with Winter. Takes a right-hander up. No good. Pull that down with O'Connor.
That's a really nice drive by Winter. Nice spin move in the lane. Just barely missed that.
Treptow takes her on her own. Gets a little face smack. Ball goes in, but that was before the shot.
Yeah. Little Euro step by Treptow. We're going to see freshman Peyton Bowes into the game for the Jayhawks, as well as, we've got Grace Eller, and I've got a 0. Oh, yeah, we do have a 0. Jaden Roy for the Tigers.
Shot drops in for Jesup.
So Eller, just a freshman for the Tigers. Both teams putting some youth on the court tonight. Morgan Havens set to check in for the Tigers, as she does now for Balo. And Sailor Youngblood in for the Jayhawks, and she'll replace Alexis Larson. Raiders inbound the ball. Quickly dribble it full court.
Blocked up right in the paint. There was Pilcher to catch it. Here comes Treptow across the timeline. Covered close by Roy, but she takes it all the way in. Give Treptow 2 more points to her credit. Full court press for Jesup. 3:50 to play, first quarter. Bowes picks up right before the timeline. There's Sheldall. Gets that pick. Deep shot. Doesn't go off the front of the board from Roy. There's a rebound for Pilcher.
Pilcher says, I'm taking that. Nice drive by Pilcher. Splits the defense, goes up strong.
They made a pathway forward to get right in there. 19-2 is what we're looking at.
Jesup doing a nice job with the pressure D, causing some fits for the Raiders, but Rozonki does draw a foul on that one. Or I should say, Pilcher drew the foul.
Should get that.
Rozonki will go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
Front of the rim, no good on that one. Bowes, Pilcher, Youngblood, Treptow was in, now is out as O'Connor comes in. And then Bolden in that backcourt. Second free throw. Goes right in. Give credit there.
Rozonki, Sheldall. Boy, this is going to take me a second. I just don't know the names. Rozonki, Sheldall, Roy. Winter, I believe, is still in there. Winter is not in there. I'm doing a great job here, Nate. Grace Eller still in there.
And this is a team where...
and Morgan Havens.
This is a team where, as an announcer, I get frustrated that there should be rules against length of ponytails. We can't see the numbers.
Right. Well, and Jaden Roy down there, she's got the 0 that almost looks like an 8.
Or it looks like nothing with her ponytail covered.
J.C. Lang back in for the Jayhawks. She replaced Treptow, I believe. No, Bolden.
Rush down that court with Roy. Going to see that ball get loose, and the Pilcher will follow it out of bounds to inbound it down that baseline. So, and South Hardin will pull back to that half court.
Peyton Bowes at point guard.
Natalie O'Connor with a little surprise pass.
Boy, I thought she had that.
Threw up that three. Was looking for the pass, got it. Duck inside, up off the board from Sheldon, no good. Turn around in the lane, that one will fall for Havens.
Nice job by Havens to get that board and put right back up with it. Nice movement all the way around by the Tigers.
Will force in pass, the Youngblood gets blocked away, and a foul is called.
Treptow back in for Peyton Bowes.
Havens on that foul. Force, put it up there for Pilcher. A little right-handed scoop, doesn't work. And kicks in there with the ball. Take a jumper on the right side, count that for Eller.
Eller, the freshman, with the nice mid-range shot. Treptow, three-pointer, no good. That'll be rebound Sheldon.
Eller brings that up, averaging about 6 points. Pilcher takes it right away from her.
The Bulldog.
Top of the key, little dish off the
Oh,
Youngblood,
nice.
wide
Get
open.
in there. Nice play.
I think it looked like it was written that way. It just happened that way.
Pilcher and Youngblood. Beautiful. Nice job by Young. That's a tough pass to catch and control yourself and get it up off the glass like that.
Under 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Jumper outside, switch that in. Give credit to Kicks on that three. Treptow holds back on offense a little bit. Outside deep with Natalie O'Connor. Back into Pilcher. Inside the paint. Back to O'Connor. Dish into Youngblood. A little push from behind.
Yep. That foul is going to go against Allie Sheldon.
This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology as we get the basketball season rolling. Jayhawks and South Hardin's Tigers both won. Actually, they're 1-1 in the season. Let me correct that. They had the win over Iowa Falls Alden on the 19th. Come back yesterday and had a loss at West Marshall 39-33.
Yeah, and Coach Eller, he's got nice numbers on his squad down there. I think he's got a full 13 to 15 girls there. And as Coach Conrad said in the pregame, sounds like he does like to run quite a few of them through, which we've seen already in the game, and we'll see Cassidy Winter enter the game after the timeout here. And on Jesup's side, we're also going to see Alexis Larson back into the game. But yeah, he's got a nice group of girls. I was watching them warm up prior to the game, and I don't know if I just caught them at the right moment, but I watched them drain about 6 3-pointers in a row, and I thought to myself, whoa, these girls can shoot. But as we've seen in the game, they do have a couple shooters, but certainly I think their bread and butter is Balo. I'm sorry, Balo. Yes, Balo inside.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Rozonki. Probably a mixture of those two.
Larson with the inbound. Treptow, right corner. Kick that off. There's Natalie O'Connor with it.
Good
Treptow
take.
on her own. Confident inside. Comes out.
Really nice take by Treptow. Just didn't get the roll. You know, Treptow, I don't know how, but as a senior, she continues to get lighter and quicker on her feet. I mean, she's running around out there. It's just like pretty effortless looking. You know, you see some people run and it just looks like me running.
Carrying 2 5-gallon pails of water.
But she's just bouncing around out there like she was born to do it,
well,
which
part of that,
in her case, she is. I
yeah.
mean, she's an outstanding track and cross-country runner. And
coming off a 4th place team finish again at the cross-country state meet. Alexis Larson, she gave up her running cleats for volleyball this year, came back to the court. She takes her free throws. Back of the rim, no good. Pull that down with with Balo, and I thought they were going to lose it there, but they're going to hang on to that possession. Under a minute. Here's Nelson. Left-handed dribble, scoop that back off to Rozanski. Actually off to Kicks. And Jesup putting up a good defensive front, not allowing much inside. See if they can go deep on it.
Oh,
they can.
Man. That's tough when you play such solid defense and then you get a step back three like that. But you really got to know to get a hand in their face, too.
Pilcher, little shot goes missed. Rebound for the Tigers, and there's some pressure from Larson. Bo steps right in there trying to get that ball back. See if they can delay him getting across midcourt. Under 15. Big shot, top of the key. Rolls around, no good from Winter. Pull down from Rozanski, doesn't work. Pilcher eyeing 8 seconds. Force that down to Lang. Lang eyeing 5 seconds. Who's going to shoot it? Larson. Deep three.
Oh, I thought she had
doesn't
it, man.
hit anything as the buzzer sounds to end the first period.
Definitely some tired gals out there on the court watching both teams walk towards the bench. That was that last, 30 seconds took it out of both of them. So get some water in you, ladies.
Looking at Jesup right now, 1-0 on the season, defeating Waukon here last week, 67-46. This Friday, they'll face the Denver Cyclones. That's going to be a boy-girl doubleheader on the 3rd. And then coming into next week, you got Sumner Fred on Tuesday here. And then another home game quick with Appling and Parkersburg. But I'm just going through that schedule. You know, December we're home a lot. January, not so much. There's 4 road games right in there at the beginning of the year.
And as you know, home or away in the nickel, it doesn't matter. I
Well,
mean,
even talk about the nickel's different now, right? You got 3 divisions.
You've got pods, but there's carryover or there's crossover games between pods, and so we're still playing just a beast of a schedule as we always do, really in any sport in the nickel. You look to volleyball, how many teams in the nickel went down to state, and then we're right back into it here in basketball. So, but that's the way you want it. You want good competitive sports and come out here and try to end up on the right side of the scoreboard.
That's the goal, to have more points than the other team.
That
is how I understand sports.
That totally changes everything.
Yes. Yeah, when you look at it's funny, we've got the old-fashioned standings board here to our right. That was probably here when you were in school, I would guess.
Now just 4 teams on each side. Isn't that weird? So, I think maybe I'm taking your line from you here. But, for the Nickel East, our pod is Jesup, Sumner Fred, Union, and Wapsie Valley. So that's who we will compete against as far as records go. But, like I said, there's quite a number of crossover games in there. I know we play AP, for example, twice. We're still going to get all those other games in there. Below does get one of those free throws to fall, brings their total to 14 as we are about halfway through the first minute of the second quarter.
Larson, going to see where she's going to take that. Finds an opening with Natalie. Little bounce dribble out to Pilcher. Double team, bounce out to Larson. Almost gets away from her. In the corner with Lang. And that zone pressure that the Tigers are putting in is going to make Pilcher have to force a shot with 4 bodies around her.
Pilcher doesn't know how to play basketball without contact. Like, if there's no contact there, she's going to go towards the contact. She's like a Marine, always going towards the battle.
Well, and you just think back to, just like Treptow, Pilcher started playing as a freshman too at this level, right?
And she's playing year-round. She plays club ball and just a beast of a kid. And she's been like that. I remember when she was, a toddler. They called, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, they called her LP Tank because she was just a little tank and always playing sports with the boys. And
$7:18 to go. I didn't know what else to say about your LP Tank, so I just left it.
No, I said, I don't know if that was I probably have already said too much.
Well, maybe it'll start up again and people can get into that. Treptow comes baseline, rolls in, grabs her own board though. Actually, Laney grabs the board, puts it in there.
Really nice move by Treptow. Man, I don't know how she missed it. She's just not getting it high enough off the board or what the deal is. But yeah, Pilcher there to clean things up.
Pass into Balo. Move it right side again to Kicks. Looking at a shot from Eller. Baseline, double team force. Not going to happen. Takes a shot left side. Deep. Count that in for South Hardin and Kicks. That's her third one tonight.
And coincidentally, her number is 3.
Coincidentally, yes.
3-3-3.
Whistle blown down below.
Not sure what the call was. Oh, hit off the top of the backboard. Lang almost gets the steal, gets the body in there. She will get called for the foul. That's going to be a 1-and-1 as that was the 7th team foul for the Jayhawks against the Jayhawks. Tigers sit with 8 team fouls. So we are at least 1-and-1 for the remainder of the quarter.
Lang will come out, and we'll see that Bolden and Bose come in. O'Connor sits down as well.
Bo is another kid, she's only a freshman, but she's been playing club ball for years and years.
Get the reps in. Free throw drops in.
Treptow as well. Treptow's been playing.
Kicks dropped that free throw. Thought that was just a one-shot deal. Went running down the floor. You get 2 shots here.
That's the beauty of a 1-1. You hit that first one, they give you another chance.
That's what's called a coupon, or was it a BOGO? Something like that.
Yeah, BOGO. There you go. Buy one, get one free. Kick out to Bose. Larson back to Pilcher.
Pilcher throws that up right side. She skimmed the glass a little bit, got that one to go.
Well, we've got this fancy new scoreboard, but nobody running the side panels. I rely on those.
You think Anthony could run that too, running everything else.
That foul is going to go against Balo.
I think it's wireless too, so we could have it up here, right? So you could do it then.
Actually,
Luke could run it probably.
Actually, I should run it. I mean, I can't talk as it is, so.
We'll just have to yell down and ask.
Have Doug Dan.
Doug tell us how many points we got.
Oh, Dan's running the scoreboard tonight. We got Doug on the score sheet, so mixing up things up. I almost got put on the score sheet tonight for the JV game.
Taken away from Treptow. She brought that up. Kicks with it. Left-handed dribble. Bring it right, cross midcourt. Pilcher trying to stay with her. Shot up from Eller. Whistle blown on a travel.
JV team prior to this game got the three-point win to start off their. No, not start out. Is that their second game as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Treptow, left side baseline.
There you go, Treptow.
6 that one in there.
So it was nice to see those gals get the W as well. Nice trap by the Jayhawks, going to cause a turnover to Larson, who will bring it up the court. Ooh. Treptow, 3-ball, nothing but net.
Like she's been there before, count that in there.
Almost
9
got
points.
the turnover again.
Under 5, 34-19. Baseline, Treptow arms up. Actually, Bolden with arms up, trying to get that out, but going to get called for the foul.
Yeah. It's nice work by Cassidy Winter, and also pretty nice D by Bolden. I mean, she was straight up. She just got moved and got into her with the body.
Free throw drops in. Give credit there.
I'm not down with the whole dog barking thing that seems to have become popular with student sections. I'm talking about our own for the listeners' sake. That's not the Tigers.
Shot right side, Pilcher. Over to Providence here in Jesup tonight. Ball gets a little loose from Eller. Hangs on to it. Bolden stays tight. Missed
Push
that
shot.
shot. Give it to Tripto. Gets out of her grip. She'll pick it up, bring it back across midcourt. Laney was open right. Chose Natalie
Boom.
left, and she
Got it.
chose right.
Natalie, do not do that. Natalie with a little push after the play.
Jesup bringing it back their way. A little misstep from the Tigers, and back-to-back deep shots. Bolden, give credit there. That was just a 2, though. Timeout wanted. Timeout wanted by Eldora New Providence and their head coach, Nick Eller, assisted by Angie Cook, Jennifer Sheldall, Michael Teskey. Looking ahead at their schedule. They will face Columbus Catholic on Friday at Waterloo. Be home with Gladbrook Rhinebeck 1 week from tonight. And then finish off next week at Grundy Center. What's that?
Oh,
right,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you get a chance to see the image right there. That's what the new scoreboard looks like. The bottom half maybe look very similar. White numbers this time on the LEDs, but you can see that crisp picture with the logos, FSB supporting this, and Innovative Ag, Inspired Living, Heartland Technology, a very nice contributor to this, along with the school district helping to put that board in there. And
never any shortage of support in the Jesup community when it comes to facility updates. And speaking of facility updates, we could probably discuss that at halftime.
that's what's
maybe
known as a segue.
A segue, yes.
Yeah.
We want to maybe wait until halftime to jump into that, or at very least a dead ball here. That was a great segue, too. I'm really proud of myself for that one.
Right side, no shot, as Salvo in the game now.
Jayhawks with the 41-22 advantage over the South Hardin Tigers with just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Tripto back out, push that up off the hands of Bolden, no good. Approaching the 3-minute mark until half. From right side, and Bolden held up, not going to draw that charge.
It was a good attempt.
Basketball keeps moving. Treptow, little light shot, doesn't roll. Under 2, or under 3. O'Connor on a moving pick.
There she got it. Nice.
Bolden, she was more worried about Natalie.
Yeah.
You didn't see Bolden sitting there.
She's proud of herself for that one. I love that big smile on her face. You work hard, you get rewarded for it.
Larson on that baseline inbound. Coach Jordan Conrad down below, identifying what that next play is going to be. Treptow's deep, gets double teamed, back to O'Connor up top. Larson sees that angled left side. And Youngblood down below trying to get an opening, trying to get out of that paint. Bounce it into Natalie, and going to see an arm inside with Eller trying to grab that ball. She's going to get dinged.
Natalie doing a nice job there, staying strong with that basketball. Going to give herself a couple chances at free throws here. Should get that first one on the roll.
42-22, Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology tonight. Thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel.
Winter into the game for Eller prior to this last free throw.
South Hardin just having a hard time hanging on to this in some possessions. And we'll see a jump ball, and that's going to keep it towards Jesup's end. Both, you got Jesup in the double bonus. South Hardin in that single. A lot of fouls early on.
Oh, nice look by Larson.
And
that was a great feed in the lane by Larson on that inbounds play.
Tigers compressed quickly when that ball came inbounds. 2 minutes. Winner tries to force it, can't make it work. Actually, Nelson couldn't get the shot. Rebound to Youngblood. Treptow with the dribble. O'Connor bounce back to Amanda, straight on top of the key, no good. Whistle blown.
Got a little sidestep there, a little jumping sidestep.
Inbound to Winner. Got some pressure still in that backcourt. Across that timeline, Rozanski. Comes left to right. Dish to Salvo. Tee up, Winner. Can't hit the three. Bounces around. Hang on to it. Tigers straight on. Can't get it either with kicks. Ball's on the floor, rolling around. Jump or a turnover.
I thought.
Yeah, Eldora will actually South Hardin.
I thought Kicks was going to get her 4-3 on the night for a second there.
Looking for Nelson. Ducks inside that three-point arch. Can't make it. Larson fights out for that rebound. Pushes her glasses up on her face. She's back to go after it. Approaching a minute. Treptow, back of the rim, no good. Pulled down from Youngblood. And there's Bolden.
Nice shot in there. Adriana Bolden with the three-pointer.
Just calmly puts that one up there.
Is that just a two?
I don't know. They counted as a three or a two? Three, I think.
Three? Okay. Connor's going to get called for the foul there. Little hand check.
47.2 seconds to go first half.
Rozanski to the line to shoot a pair. Oh, this is a one-on-one.
Yep, not in the double bonus just yet. Bolden gets a touch on it. Back to O'Connor. Wide open Larson right side. Treptow takes it instead.
Got it.
And she will swish it in.
Beautiful shot. Her shot looks much better this year. Last year she was really getting kind of crooked with that shooting hand.
Early on, but as the season went along, she seemed to figure it out.
Straightened out a little bit.
Left side, little flat-footed jumper. Salvo gets on the board.
Got to give these Tigers props, man. There's no quitting them. They're working hard.
And they've gone 10 deep on their roster. No good from O'Connor. Under 5 seconds. Tigers looking for that last shot. Backboard, no good. And that's it. 48-24. So you're looking at a 25 to 11 margin in that second quarter as far as how points go.
That was a good half of basketball for the Jayhawks. They pushed the ball hard, played really good defense, I thought. The foul count's pretty close. I mean, 10-9. I think for the second real game of the season, you can't probably ask for a whole lot more than that. I think Coach has probably got to be happy with what he saw out of his girls, especially some of those younger ones, Peyton Bowes, Adriana Bolden. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but there are some younger ones that got good minutes and had nice contributions.
We'll do some scoring right here before we get started with the second half. I got to go down and double check the scorebook to make sure my points are lined up, since you're not doing the sideboards yet.
No, I'm not, but I do want to. I want to take a moment to talk about a little something going on here at Jesup Community School. Do you want to?
Hey, it's your platform.
Jump right into it.
This wasn't necessarily on the facilities list, but you look at this video scoreboard that, it just kind of shows commitment and improvements in a building and the investment we have, and putting something like that. And this is just going to be, I'm sure, the opening of just logos flashing through. But are we going to see some other live video? Are we going to see other things as we go along? Who knows? Or how can the rest of the school use a board like this during the school day for engagement or things like that? But this is improvement in the gym. But when you look at the district as a whole, there's all sorts of improvements that could be coming down the line.
Absolutely. So there's a committee here at Jesup that's been meeting for the past year or so, a couple of years actually now, a facilities improvement committee. 10 years ago, there was a similar committee. They put together a proposal for a 1, 3, 5, and 10-year facilities improvements plan. Well, the school worked through that. They went back, formed another committee, and have done the same thing. They put together a 3, 5, and 10-year plan, and the school, the district, the board, which you're familiar with.
You're a little bit too familiar.
You're a member of that board. Yeah, I'm an ex-member.
Past.
They have they've already worked through all of Phase 1 projects, and now they're looking at Phase 2 projects. Phase 2 projects will require a bond issue. So what the school is looking at now is, this committee is actually attempting to gain 150 signatures throughout the community to move this bond to a public vote. And so I'm one of these people trying to reach out and get signatures from others. And again, getting these signatures isn't a vote for or against this bond. It's simply saying we support this idea and would like to take it to a vote. So, some of the things that this Phase 2 is looking at is adding and improving educational spaces, your classrooms, art room, collaboration areas throughout the middle and high school. Our high school is fairly outdated. We're looking at updating that, specifically the entry points and the high school office. So
and you're looking at security access points, and especially in the times we're in now, or even before the pandemic, it's access, and you want to know who's coming to the building and where things are at, and it's the high school office is in the middle of the first floor.
It's always been a weird. It wasn't weird until we realized, until some current events had made it weird.
Right.
Until security suddenly became an issue, which of course is an issue today. There's a lot of ADA and accessibility issues around the campus. The school's already knocked out so many of those, but there's more that needs to be done there to make things accessible for all of our Jayhawks.
You look at this summer, there was a lot of concrete work done down in the ball fields and out at the football stadium, and access here to the activities, entrance and curbs and things like that. Is that sexy? No. But if you're someone in a wheelchair, and I look at Brian Larson right now, just across the way, that that's probably something he never thought about until this summer. Especially going down there to watch his daughter play softball, access down there to in a wheelchair and where you park in the parking lots and things like that. And then the improvements we've had in the bleachers and the football field and things like that.
Yeah, that's one I was going to mention. I have some friends in the district that have a little one in a wheelchair, and they weren't able to access the bleachers, to get high enough with their son to watch the football game. So, that's something that has been addressed or is in the process of being addressed. Some big ones. Relocating and enlarging the industrial tech classroom. Obviously, as well as anybody, industrial technology classes. Those.
It's not what it was.
No.
When you and I were in school,
yeah.
It's not like that anymore. It's such. There's so much more they can get into, and the building isn't big enough. And we've got to look at how can we offer more space and improve programming for Alex Relo and the program he's built, along with our ag program and everything else to have a building that justifies the excellence that we have as instructors. Our facilities should be the same.
And I'm glad you mentioned Relo because, he's just done an incredible job advocating for that program or those programs. He's built relationships with surrounding businesses. Gator over in Independence is one that we have a strong relationship with. Going to do some improvements to the old gym and weight room, make some renovations to the softball and baseball field. We've got some outstanding facilities out there, but there's a lot of things that need worked on, some things that aren't apparent to the casual observer's eyes.
It's not a sexy list necessarily. There's some things that need to be, there's drainage that was done this past summer, and there's some other things through there that we're going to need. And then you've got some sexy things like maybe an auditorium, maybe another gym, maybe things like that. Are they needed? No, they're nice to have. They certainly would be.
Yeah, and the auditorium is the big one that would be in this phase. An additional gym is you're looking at phase 3 potentially, but the auditorium would fall into this phase 2. That would be the big, the shining diamond within this project, and I mean that would provide for so many new opportunities for our kids, whether it be through band and choir, the plays. You could have graduation in there potentially. You could have how many holiday concerts do we have through the year that you could put in there? And then all of the things that currently happen in a gym for like student assemblies and that sort of thing could be moved in there. Somebody in the facilities committee made the comment, you're really getting potentially an additional gym by building something like that, because you're freeing up so much time that is currently used for things that could move into an auditorium. Then you've got your gym space back for other things. So,
and then you look at the high school, and if you've ever come in the East High School entrance, you get confused right away when you walk in of which way
where
am I going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we know where to go. The kids know where to go. But say you're new to the community or new to the district, you walk in, you're like, where am I? So the biggest thing I want to say about this, and I can't say this enough, if this bond passes, it will not increase property taxes within the city. And that's, obviously nobody wants increased taxes. Anytime you do a project like that, like this, that's the first thing somebody asks. What's it going to do to my taxes? Well, Jesup has a bond, and you need to correct me if I am speaking out of line here or inaccurate. We have some bonds that are retiring.
And I don't remember if it's for this building, this construction that was done in 2005, or if it was for the early childhood stuff that was done 5, 6, 7 years ago. I think it's for this is where that bond's coming off for, the middle school, gym, elementary that was built. I think 2005 is when that was finished.
And we were fortunate enough to pay ahead on some of those bonds.
Right.
Well, those will be coming off, so we can slide these new in, not increase any taxpayer dollars. So it's It really is a great thing. Now, I understand it's still money. It's still money being spent, and you've got to be able to say, I support those things being done. I want to provide those opportunities and facilities to the kids, or you don't. But I think it's great that we can even consider something like that without increasing, the burden on taxpayers.
Yeah, when you look at the school, it's when you get that tax bill every year or twice a year, and the school is a big chunk of that when you look at the bottom of it. But in a community this size, your school generally is one of your biggest economic development impacts, just because the amount of people that are employed here and families are drawn to communities like this because of the school, and that's what keeps that tax base a little more diverse, with more people in the community wanting to be here.
Right. So before we talk basketball again, I do want to remind everybody.
What's the call to action?
We need 150 signatures to advance this vote. What am I trying to say? To call the special meeting or the special election. You have to have a special election to vote on one of these things. So again, the signatures aren't a yes or no vote. It's simply to say, hey, let's take this thing to vote and see what the community wants. So there are people, including myself, getting those signatures right now. If you would like me to come to you so you can sign my form, I would be happy to do that. I've already heard from people that want to, and of course we've got a ton of people who have already signed that, but it could be a cool thing. So appreciate everybody listening to the spiel there, and hit me up if you want to sign this sheet.
Well, I think as we're watching the game here, but this is unrelated totally to the city project that was voted on in November, so just there's no confusion on that.
And that's a good point.
So we're back at it as we get into the second half. 48-24 was our halftime score. South Hardin is able to tack on a couple more points. And we're going the other way. Treptow covered tight as the ball gets dished off.
Treptow's still a little badger on defense there. Get potentially a little bit of a moving screen there. No call. Treptow is going to end up being the one called for the foul.
South Hardin will inbound that in. Left side with Nelson. Nice. A little force up from Balo. Pulls her on her own board. Bobbles around and in. Larson. Treptow. O'Connor right side. You can just see how easily they're running this play, Luke. You know, it's just automatic for them where they need to be. They're just so used to each other.
Well, and they have done a nice job of moving the ball around. Even like right now, I think they call that their diamond offense potentially. Look at Pilcher getting in there. Got a hand in there to swat the ball and force. Oh, they are going to call her for the foul. I thought that was a jump ball, but.
South Hardin 1-1, Jesup 1-0 coming into tonight's young 2021-22 season. Glad to bring it for you on the Jayhawks Sports Network as the Tigers will take it out of bounds off of Jesup.
Peyton Bowes, the freshman, in for J.C. Lang. It reminds me of something Coach Conrad said in the pregame, how this group of seniors and even some of the juniors. I guess there is only, do we have just one junior? A couple juniors. They've really taken the younger gals on this team under their wing and supported them. I'm reminded of a story I heard after one of the early practices where I think it was Peyton Youngblood had made a number of threes in practices, and Amanda Treptow, I think it was, after practice when the team was huddling up, gave Peyton Youngblood a shout out about her shooting, and it might not sound like a big deal, but that coming from a senior to a freshman, I can guarantee is a big deal to a freshman, and it's a big deal when it comes to team chemistry and trust and building that culture within your team.
Well, we talked about that, not only with this team, with, Amanda being a freshman when she started playing varsity, and even Jack Miller on the boys' side of things, making his way in that varsity level last year.
Right. Speaking of Amanda, she took a shot in the abdomen.
Kind of got sandwiched a little bit right there.
Yeah, I think she took a shot in the abdomen. She's gonna get subbed out here, I believe.
Nope. She's trying to see what they're going to be laying out and Youngblood in, and Coach.
Yeah, she's
I don't
tough.
know if he's.
She's okay. Yeah, Coach going to take a timeout.
Kind of get a sense of her. I'm just kind of walking. I'm not sure if they've even identified that. She's just a trooper. She's just gonna just keep going.
And I'm not like, I think you were gonna say this. I'm not sure they even realized.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Hurt.
Yeah,
he was kind of subbing everybody but her. But I think he may have just put J.C. Lang in for her, and I could see the look on her face like, I'm fine, leave me in.
Well, especially I think it was. I'm trying to just figure out who came over and was talking to her, just making sure she was okay.
Yeah,
coming off the bench.
.450 left in the third quarter. Jesup with the 20-point advantage over South Hardin. Second game of the season for the Jayhawks. Third for South Hardin. Ooh. Bolden trying to get ahead of the play. stop ball, just couldn't quite get there in time. So she's going to commit the foul, and that's 4 already for the Jayhawks.
4:48, and no, not going to work with Balo. But give Youngblood some credit. She went after that.
Yeah, she took a hit there at the end. My head's sweating, Nate. I'm used to pulling my headset off for a bit at halftime, and I was
didn't happen.
Running my face and didn't have the opportunity to do that.
You asked for a stage. We gave you one.
My ears are sweating. My head's sweating.
You can grow some hair. That might help a little bit.
Oh, man, Anthony's making fun of me.
Well, good thing we never make fun of Anthony.
Exactly. What comes around, or what goes around comes around, right? Rzonki inbounds to Balo.
Misses that shot. Comes Youngblood. She's dribbling. And up to Bose.
She's like, look, I want to get rid of this thing.
This ball. Bose kick out. Bolden. Left side to J.C. Lang. Bose holds up. Deciding where to go. Lang, same situation. Larson will duck in. Youngblood pops out. There's Bolden. Top of the key. Comes off that right top corner.
Nice ag by Lang. How that ball didn't end up in the stands, I don't know. Hang on to it, Youngblood. You're okay. Just hang on to that. There you go.
Yeah, losing some control both sides there. Reset. Bolden gets caught up. Hand on her dribble. Larson wide open.
Get in there.
Keys it.
That's a third three-pointer for Larson tonight, I believe.
At least. I didn't get a chance to update my scorebook either.
Yeah,
so,
that was my bad.
You know.
I really screwed everything up at halftime.
We should have asked it for an extended halftime, maybe.
I mean, really, what did they come to see? They come to see the basketball, or did they come to see the real show up here?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was definitely
people
basketball.
People at home might be a different story.
People are home just remembering what these idiots are all about. They thought they had almost forgotten about us, and then we're back.
Kind of like COVID.
Yeah.
Too soon?
Too soon.
All right. 3:12 to go. Third quarter. Deep shot.
Wow.
Popped it in there.
That was one high arching shot. I always mess that one up, but darn near hit the rafters.
Give that credit to Lang.
Nice trap on the far side. Way to use that sideline as your third girl.
Pressure in that backcourt. Treptow trying to push Rick Kicks a little bit.
I think she was trying to actually draw the offensive foul from Kicks. Kicks was extending that arm.
Rzonki with that three. 56-32. Commanding lead for the Jayhawks.
Oh. Yep. Get there,
Larson
Peyton.
just kind of being conservative, not diving for it. And take Haley Rzonski. Scoops it up, goes the other end, draws a foul.
Not a bad foul. If you're going to foul, make sure they don't complete the layup. Got O'Connor set to check in for the Jayhawks. And she will replace Peyton Bowes.
Peyton drop. Go ahead.
I was going to say Peyton Bowes getting some nice minutes tonight for the Jayhawks.
Rzonski hits the front of that two. O'Connor back to Tripto. Will duck in the orange and forces it up, draws the foul though. It's an art when you're doing that. Heavens with that foul, or Havens. Again, Jesup 14 of 16. Last week against Waukon. Free throw.
Good. Treptow got she's sporting Pumas? What are those?
Yeah, looks like Pumas. A little running shoe almost.
Is that a thing now? Like, are Pumas back? Those are some sweet kicks. I like them, whatever they are.
Not much ankle support, but if you run cross country in those, I think you can hold up in basketball.
I don't think that's a running shoe, Nate.
Gotta be.
I think that's a basketball shoe. I guarantee she is not playing basketball in running shoes. Her mom and dad would not have it.
Track cleats? Those are spikes in the bottom of them, just a quarter-inch.
Have you ever played basketball in running shoes? That's a nearly instant broken ankle.
Well, let me tell you what the impact it has on my game is. There's no difference whatsoever.
Cross-court pass to J.C. Lang, takes it in. Oh, no foul. She does get her own.
Got to get out of that lane. And Coach Conrad's going to take a timeout before I think she got dinged with a 3 or.
Yeah, it was a good timeout for sure.
J-Hawks Sports Network, Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Luke Baldwin up here in the upper patio of the South Gym at Jesup High School, along with Anthony Baugh running the controls, Eric Clark on camera. And looking ahead to our schedule coming off a Thanksgiving break, and we get full right into it. Boys basketball, fresh soft, JV varsity all over at Columbus tonight. I can tell you the fresh soft team won, and over at Columbus. And then we move into December, and that's when things start getting even more busy as we get that doubleheader coming up for boy-girl basketball coming up on Friday. We'll have it for you here on the J-Hawks Sports Network. YouTube as of right now. Anthony's still waiting on a callback, I think, on a Facebook connection or a Google solution or something. But YouTube's almost a little bit better because you can sit there on your Fire Stick or your Chromecast or whatever, or your smart TV, and pull up that YouTube app and watch it on your big screen instead of hunched over on your phone.
My wife Carrie at home, she's probably got it on her phone, her iPad, and the TV right now.
Oh, none of that's true because she's asleep.
It's true. What time is it? It is getting pretty late.
Well, that clock says 9:20. This clock says 5 to 9. Where are we at here? 5 to 9.
We've had some problems with our clocks in this school.
That's on your facilities list too.
For some years now.
That's on your facility list too. New timing and maybe even a bell.
I remember when I was on the board, we discussed the value of the clock. Like, was it even necessary anymore? And I remember we decided it was. I don't remember how the conversation went.
I think it was everybody's time's a little bit different.
Yeah. But a district or a school-wide clock system it's a little more expensive than one would imagine.
It's not just the guy that we had in high school that walked around to set the clocks.
No, it's not just going to your local Walmart and buying a bunch of $5 wall clocks.
We were sitting in school during the day, and you'd see it wind around.
Yeah.
Lang deep, rim no good. Larson had to try to get a hand on it. Tigers will take it back their way.
And again, the Tigers, there's just no quit, man. They're back. They're back with that ball quicker than sometimes the Jayhawks even realize.
Sheldon draws that foul. And you talk about, down 23-13 at the end of first, down 48-24 at halftime, but there was a number of times in that second period that they turned the ball right back over after Jesup had put up a basket.
Yeah, and that's what I love about a team like South Hardin here is, the score is hugely upside down on them, but those girls are still out there playing hard, and they're playing to win. So props to them, and props to Coach Eller for getting them in that mindset.
Less than 24 seconds to go. Free throw from Sheldon. Yeah, there's that barking again.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I was calling, I did PA for high school football championships a couple weeks ago, and the big thing was you can't do that.
You can't do that. Yep.
Back and forth.
We were talking about it the other night with some friends, and I had to stop and step out of my old man shoes and remember that all the stupid stuff that we did back in the day and thought was really funny. So I should probably just shut up and let them enjoy their age.
Well, I enjoyed the other team going, "You can do that." Yeah. That was more smart, I thought. All right, so the end of 3 right now, 58-33. So when you're looking at trying to play catch up a little bit, and this is where we're going to start seeing where's Coach Conrad going to start making some substitutions. You still are looking at just 2 or 3 players that have not been seen action just yet.
Yep, you've got Sienna Youngblood, Peyton Youngblood. I think those are the 2 that we haven't seen, but those are 2 gals that, they play 4 quarters of JV ball too. So,
right.
And what is the rule? Is it 5 or 6 that you can play now?
It's 6 a night.
6 a night.
6 quarters a night.
So, I have no problem leaving them on the bench until the 4th quarter, and even then, we're talking about freshmen. If they get in, that's outstanding. If they don't, then you know what, these other girls need their playing time as well.
Well, we saw this last couple years, when our numbers weren't very, very big.
Yeah.
And then you get a chance. They've got to play somebody.
Yep.
And when you're up by a big margin, just getting that chance to play on a varsity floor against sometimes the top 5 or 6 on the other side
goes a long ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't imitate that in practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
South Hardin, right side, looking at Eller. Deep shot, no good. Try and pull down that board with Avens, and a foul, actually a whistle blown for a jump ball. And will be Jesup's. Luke finishing his regular kickstart tonight.
Yep.
No gummy bears or juicy fruits or
snacks.
Fruity snacks. That's what it was.
I'm trying to watch my figure. Obviously, just look at me. I've been watching it as I've sat on the couch for the last several months.
And this is where, as I'm looking ahead in the schedule, and I know you're going to be gone next week.
Yep.
But there's a couple in there. I'm maybe hoping on the 18th or even the 14th that might be a Marpole night.
Remind me, were those
the marshmallow poles?
Yes, Marpoles.
But it's funny how repackaging is also good for Easter.
Yeah, they're really something you can bring those out any. You just got to change the color and the packaging.
Right,
and you're good to go. Actually, the color can stay the same.
Well, I
think that's what you were getting at.
Yeah,
actually.
we go back. You could probably go back in our archives and find it. I don't know what game it was in December last year, but yeah, you were handing out Marpoles like they were going out of style. And people are like, "What is this?"
I got those from my mom. I think I got like a 50-pack or something. Those are good, though. I like those. I ate those for a long time.
They were surprisingly refreshing.
And then we were, what did we get from the Larsons?
Oh, the swoop waffles?
Yeah.
So there's that. So I guess if you're looking for any gift for us up here in the upper patio, we do enjoy odd snacks and treats.
Ribeye steak. I'll never turn down a good ribeye either. As
I said, crab rangoon pizza from Joe's once, and that worked out. Yeah. So, there was some backlash after that, but whatever. We got fed.
We got Nelson and Salvo into the game for the Tigers. Salvo, a freshman.
J.C. Lang with that ball. Right side to Larson. Bounce dribble inside to Pilcher. Bust that back out to Natalie and a whistle. We're going to see a travel.
It's a little over 6 minutes to go. 4th and final period here in Jesup.
From Natalie O'Connor.
We, as always, thank our friends down at Heartland Heartland Technology. I almost forgot the second word for a minute. They've only provided us for basically every piece of technology that we're using up here. But to our friends at Heartland Technology for providing like I said, all of the tech that we do use up here to bring you this game, and you'd be surprised by how much there is. And then, of course, also they are our local co-op providing, fiber direct to the home, so your internet service. They're our local U.S. cellular provider. And, of course, they also have the data center out in the industrial park providing data storage across not just the nation but the world.
Don't forget about Co-work 591 in there.
Co-work 591. How could I forget it? Yes, our local co-working space downtown. Also the home of the Jesup CAPS program, which Nate Clayberg here, my sidekick, partner in crime, is very familiar with.
So big supporter.
Provides leadership for that program.
Basket in for Brzezinski.
Brzezinski, what is she up to now? Do you have those stats?
Unofficially 10.
Unofficially 10, okay.
58-35. We're going to see a timeout on the floor. And looking ahead, tomorrow, if we're looking at the schedule, early out, but then Thursday, middle school girls basketball at Wapsie. High school wrestling is going to be at Don Bosco, but Wapsie Valley also involved in that wrestling meet on Thursday. I'm going to be over at that one, so I might try and get a Jayhawk on the move with Coach Gross. High school girls, boys doubleheader for Denver here on Friday. Summer wrestling at Sumner Fred. I think we've got middle school and JV, actually fresh soft and JV basketball as well on Friday. And then Jesup hosting the big wrestling tournament on this floor on Saturday. And then you get the big Booster Club Youth Tournament will happen on Sunday.
That's Sunday already, huh?
Yeah, that's coming right up.
Sneaks up. Watching Olivia Baldwin over there trying to do cheers with the cheerleaders. It's probably good she didn't become a cheerleader.
Which I think she's destined. She's destined to do it eventually, I think. Come out of that timeout, 58-35.
Kind of a sparse crowd tonight. Decent student section across the way, though.
Just trying to think of
little jumper by Pilcher, got it. Nice entry pass by O'Connor.
I'll see if I can get a boys varsity update tonight. It's over at Columbus. See how that game's going.
That's right. I forgot they're over at Columbus. How did the JV do?
I don't know. Fresh soft one.
Fresh soft one. Yeah.
We'll see. I'll text Ardell Auctioner. He's not doing anything. We'll see what he can tell. From the rim, no good. Off the hands of Brzezinski. Do have 10 team fouls for Jesup. Put the Tigers in that double bonus. Get a chance to do some catch up here at the free throw line. Drop that one in. Here comes Treptow across midcourt.
Jesup still out with their starters. 4 out of the 5 starters.
Yeah, Lang the only one on the bench that started.
That's
up and in.
Really nice ball movement by the Jayhawks. Get those easy bunnies inside.
Salvo. Covered by Bose. Whistle blown. And we're going to see an offensive foul.
Travel.
Or travel, okay.
Yep, just a travel.
I thought I saw him coming to the sideline. Pilcher comes down the floor with Treptow. Dishing it left to Peyton Bose. Put the three up. No good. Far side of the box.
That's all right.
Take the rebound from Treptow, and Larson can't get a hand on it. Treptow, good presence, knows where it needs to be. Larson looks for it, goes up, layup is good.
Oh, so close.
And sounds like varsity boys had a big win. Don't have a score. Ardell failed me there. We'll let it go this time.
Critical data, Ardell. Critical data.
One big, though.
Foul, another foul against the Jayhawks. You see Adriana Bolden enter for the Jayhawks, and I believe we're also going to see Morgan Havens enter for the Tigers, and we will see both of them. Well, Sheldal also back into the game for the Tigers. Larson takes a seat for the Jayhawks.
Free throw drops in. Jesup's only scored 4 points so far in this fourth period. 5 for the Tigers. Bolden and Treptow over to Bose. Treptow.
Take a look at that. Bose.
There's Treptow. Pilcher
Laney.
tries the three.
Yeah, nice outside shot by Laney. You don't often see that by her because she's usually doing her work down low.
And that was something early on. Even last year as a freshman, she was hesitant to shoot that basket.
Yeah,
got more comfortable doing it. Actually, 2 years ago as a freshman.
And I think she'd probably tell you that outside shooting is maybe not her forte. She's a beast down there, and put the ball in her hand and let her drive to the hoop. She's gonna get there more often than not.
2.5 to play.
Little update from my friend up north, sharing the Columbus girls are up 3 on Wapsie Valley, so a little I guess not really intra-pod action, but Wapsie is one of our pod friends, I guess, in the nickel.
Ball sails into the cheerleaders, out of bounds. Jayhawk ball.
So that would be one of those crossover games that we discussed earlier for Wapsie and Sumner.
So those must be set up. You're gonna, we're used to play teams twice a year, and then you would get, a nickel west. You get a couple games in there at the beginning or the end of the season. And now it's we're going to play a home and away with the pod, and then you either get a home or away with the other ones?
Well, I don't know the rhyme or reason because I know we play AP twice. They're not in our pod, but we got a home and away with them. And
then may change year to year who you get to do that with.
I would assume so.
How did that meeting go? What do you guys think? I don't know. What do you think if we do this? Let's flip a coin.
Probably did go something
something like that. Alphabetical. I just pictured Joe eating popcorn in the corner.
I would say more often than not, I've seen the Girls Association make good decisions, good rules more often than I've seen the Boys Association make those rules. But obviously, this is a conference decision here.
Hit that one off the backboard, counted in for Allie Sheldal. 90 seconds to play. Bose forces it up. Now we've got
Peyton Youngblood into the game. She
our
snuck
third.
in. There you go.
Yeah.
Peyton Bose with the big three.
We got 3 Youngbloods on the floor at a time.
Look out. There's bound to be a fight here. No, I'm just kidding. Those are all great kids.
That would be if their dads were out there.
Yes. Sienna Youngblood also in another freshman. So 3 freshmen on the court for the Jayhawks right now.
Bose tries to take it on her own, gets held up. She'll draw the foul. Under a minute. Start the clock. Start the clock. There it goes. Left side. We got Ava Page in the game for the Tigers. And there's Grace Eller with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, not to be outdone, the Tigers have at least 4 freshmen on the court right now. I'm missing somebody. So it's very possible all 5 of these are freshmen.
And
got it.
Three-pointer counted in for Jesup.
I wasn't paying attention.
That would have been Bolden. Just right. Little no-look shot from Kicks doesn't work, and we're going to see possession stay with Jesup, or go with Jesup. So Sienna Youngblood inbound it to Peyton Bowes. Under 13.
So yeah, the Tigers do have all five of their players are freshmen right now. So it's great to see these young gals get some varsity reps.
Last shot here of the game going to be for the Tigers.
Bolden with the block to end things. As we see the Jesup J-Hawks win their second victory of the season, a 70-40 victory over the South Hardin Tigers.
Yeah, you look at how this thing went along and my individual scoring. I'm not even going to attempt it right now. It would just be a guess. But
I like guesses.
But I
man.
can tell
That's
you
how I've lived my
that when
life.
you're looking at Jesup, Treptow right in there with double numbers along with Pilcher, Larson. You give a lot of credit on that for tonight. Everybody played for Jesup. The only exception when you look at the roster is Katie Clark. She's just been out with an injury that's nagging today. But, threes from O'Connor and Pilcher, it's a good team effort. It's nice. It's going to be interesting to see how this team really develops as the year goes along.
Yeah, well, and, you kind of touched on it earlier, giving those younger girls an opportunity to get on the court when they can, and that's only going to benefit you as the season goes on. The more players you have with some in-game experience, the better, especially once you get into conference play and, you hit that buzzsaw that is the nickel. But it's a fun group of kids. Coach Conrad, Coach Pilcher, now Coach Oberhauser, they do such a great job with those kids, developing them both athletically but also like personally and helping them, support each other, encouraging them to support each other. And I think you're seeing that on the court. You see somebody goes down, everybody rushes that girl to help her up. You see a lot of, back pats and rah-rah type stuff. So I'm hoping it's going to be a fun season, Who knows what's in store. I'm sure there will be some ups and downs, but that was fun tonight. That's a great win for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, especially heading into Friday against Denver. Denver always is going to bring some challenge, no matter what team they have on the court or on the field or wherever. It's a competitive program they have up at the Cyclones.
Absolutely.
So, 2 games down, 18 to go. Believe it or not, as the 21-22 season gets going, Jesup led after the first quarter 23-13, halftime 48-24, 58-33 at the end of 3, and then you hear the final 70-40. And Jesup, again, as we said, into Denver on Friday, bring in Sumner Fred next Tuesday, AP on Friday next week. Looking at South Hardin as they go to a record of 1-2 right now. With a win of Iowa Falls, Alden losing to West Marshall yesterday, lost here to Jesup. They'll bounce back on Friday this week at Columbus. Next Tuesday, host Gladbrook Rhinebeck, and then at Grundy Center. I do appreciate everybody who I was just
we
looking
really
to
do
see.
appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we
That
do really
wasn't a
appreciate
joke.
everybody who's joined in on YouTube tonight. Looking at 90 people watching right now, and as a whole, how many people have joined in. And, we're back for another winter. We'll have some wrestling coming up throughout the season, boy, girls basketball. And then who knows? I'm not going to end the season just yet.
No, we're here for the long haul, like it or not.
As of right now, anyway, unless, we get pink slipped at the end of the night. But
That could happen. That's always
you end up with Tony Lang on headset. And not sure anybody wants that. That's for sure. Anyway, from the upper patio of the South Gym, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Again, next broadcast coming up this Friday. You can watch this entire game on replay and also other archive videos from previous seasons, no matter if it's football or basketball or whatever it is. Check out our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Girls win tonight over South Hardin here in Jesup, 70-40. For Luke Baldwin, Anthony Baugh, and Eric Clark, I'm Nate Klaber. Everybody have a great night. Go Jayhawks and stay safe.